Yeah, Baba. Yeah, Baba.
Hello, tell my family your time. Me, I'm a fam. Wa tu kamba ni tete TV. Oyira don aka ofebe no kwemi. Nyuma job wa de nche. O fine. Ko subscribe ko bole. Bomode ni o subscribe. Agbe no o fine. Keji oye jomoko no sumo no chon o fine. Ke o comment section e tumo be ni ko bo mbo no fe inkan yo no fe no ni aka wo je me inkan yo e kome ye wo recording say me ni body encho na. Agbe no o fine bomode no like show ami gonti. Ko jali nke wuno ke ha me no invite me na me ba fita wo here e ba ngon na wa de nche gbeke na alogme na wo sa wo ba e ko mini jino no ba yue ball ti mo be ni ko bo bi e gandangbe no ya ke Ghana no ya e wo yo bi e no e wo ni wo fe all the gossip stuff ona be ni nchon so wonder few slow but sure aloje na ga call no one ya no few so far the bomb they no invite me na me ba fita wo e bona be ni nchon there is a reason we don't do all the other gossip stuff on a beninchon means money what fee what continue ni way no what fee ni bi ni no ya ba ha gandang be ni no ya fe ba ha Ghana mamun fe mini juno ni wo ba yue ole nigga schools under trees ne bole what fee like 2-3 stories sometime last year born a beninchon mene nwe nke ekonwe ba ni ole boy Yamobo Wake 67 years after independence, we are still dealing with this issue. Like it is really sad. Bona Bedinchon, mene masumoni. Well, first story another place story koni City News. My joint online be a file. Masumoni work on again video and what discuss. I been only President Mahama. Ni a boy campaign tour near Yane. I think a show a part koni a lot of people don't really know. Bona benichonaga most of the time politicians say work am fan war economy work am fan war basket komemi but sometimes say am fan am yona now he's not an angel ne batano. Boli as vice president as president there were a lot of issues under his administration Bona Benincho but he's been really honest this time around on a campaign trail ni show a clear contrast between Dr. Bawumia Bona Benincho he's not just out there promising anything Bonum she a town in Ghana be a difference between Dr. Bawumia, and that is a very good thing. Another story about electoral commission any a town check election said date from December 7th to November 7th. Many when President Mahama said we go wanna NDCB as a party they are not going to allow it. Many President Mahama it was openly born a benincho masumoni work when usually before ni wabashe na politics the important stories first. Can you back in tagline underneath the TV called the issues that matter. Born a benincho the issues that matter. I didn't choose it out of the blue. Bona Beninchon. I thought about it. Bona Beninchon. So yes, I face some of the gossip stuff every now and then. I use a lot of politics because like I said, that controls our day. But we'll always focus on the issues that matter. Bona Beninchon. What discussing and so once again today we are going to deal with schools under trees. Bona Beninchon. Like I said earlier on, it is really sad. 67 years after independence, we as a nation still we are dealing with such an issue. You would think at least at the basic level structures no one put in place would ensure some of these things like you would think be amini blofo me yo wono keji okwe some of the pictures no kwe be ni aje schools famous is ye Ghana ke batabia ne in the 21st century ye he come ye Ghana keji okwe pictures ni afele black and white abwe you would think okay we are still in the colonial era ni pako I introduce education ken awo ona be ni nchon ni ole it is a huge failure as a people okay we are still to mobenin kobu ekedi a sharp pictures na feel black and white you would think akeshi we colonial era olo npako ake education ba bi olo alo pako blofo me be ye wono na me introduce education can our like it is really sad. We still have kids going to school with no sandals. We still have kids going to school now me uniform a ton. We still have kids going to school ni ke amete amebatala te ano. We still have kids still going to school ni like it is really sad. It is really sad. Like I said, this is not a political issue. It is a complete national disgrace. It is a national disgrace. Okay, in the 21st century, we as a people, we are still educating our young children under trees. Ni we ni wabana chupa wa me na be ba tami na be ba kase ni. It is in a dilapidated form. I mean, it is so despicable. Bana beninchon o fine wa aka me use be kone. You understand what I'm saying? Aka we are educating our kids in despicable classrooms. Bana beninchon last week you know what face story from the northern region where ni teacher ka e choni atan alo e choni edumoshi ke exercise na ba mark le nwe edumoshi na mark exercise say teacher be desk ke chair na ta no in the classroom ebeko ona beninchon wa fe another story you can ba kaye I joined a couple of classes together beni class 2 teacher class 3 be a student class 3 teacher na join class 3 students class 2 be a like why do we have to train our children under these circumstances? Why? This is how sad and how bad of a job we've done as a nation. Ona beninchon, what failure when it comes to certain issues, what fairly big time. And like I said, this is not a political issue. We as a people, what fairly, because we continue to vote for some of these people. Nika ameba, amejwe nibi abona sama amefe because guess what? Ameka be ya na in school say they don't send their kids to these schools. They don't. No keji amefe nibi kome. They don't care. Why? I mean, why? Meaning kaboya nine school say onwe ili aka menchelo dogba Ejisu municipality ya Ashanti region onwe Ejisu municipality ya Ashanti region ofa ne komo video
Speaking to Joy News, the residents of Onye said the pupils are mostly challenged during the rainy season. The pupils move to the veranda of the basic school or are sent home when the clouds gather. The local authorities have been made aware of the situation, but there is no intervention yet.
It's been long. I can count almost 4 years. They have sat under the tree for long. The old and new students have all been under the tree.
Aside from the kindergarten learning on the tree, the lack of electricity in the school has hindered the learning of ICT. Teachers at the Onye NA Junior High School too also have their staff common room under a tree. According to some of the tutors, they have had to take shelter under the trees for over a decade.
School free. Your classroom are tutu.
Our classrooms have gullies, and it gets worse when it rains. We don't even have computers.
construction of a building intended to accommodate the people are stalled. The recently elected assemblyman of Abuenim, Odaho, and Onye electoral area, Hakim Mohammed, says he has started engagements to improve the situation. What worries me the most are the kids under the tree. I have engaged the Onye chief. We need funds.
Right. So if you're not what news item, it's less than 2 minutes. But I mean, Bolencha Kwamo. Niko obo yomu ani yue mi etu students for over the past 10 years now metro na can school let me fe. This is what they have to go through. Noni mi na metro ne. Students ni metro na can school let me fe. Noni mi na metro ne. For the past 10 years. I mean, why? It's actually been over 10 years. I think Nakaji Beni news item it's been over 10 years. Maba, in this century, we are still training our children under such conditions. I mean, Ghana, what Dabi, where your problem where your problem big time. No na ene me kek bomona e no twi ba no ba use words in come o ba use words in come ni ta flache e ko le mokone ko lo papa to pen alo mami to pen o ba use we mo ko ba joda ken le ne sa na joda ken ha le bona be ni chon. I mean, why ni ko oboni eto e je kindergarten bi e pay, but it's like the entire primary school e fin afio e to e shishin. Cause a junior high, then oya classroom na sha junior high be yo jeme. Nobody enche come classroom me. Come classroom me. Staff common room e ye chu eshishi. Me track teacher say lenche ka me te school. Am lenche am staff common room na me ta jeme. Am am staff chu eshishi no am feel am ni bi here. Kek beken ya school. Beken ya school under such conditions. Ba fete ba na mishe mini kla ni kekbeke eteshile bia ba look forward to mini kla ni kekbeke eteshile bia e ba look forward to your school ni ba na esumo school mini kla there is nothing there in the school. Never encouraging mechanical teshilebi efe yaka quest anima ya school way. Absolutely nothing. Ke te ata choshishi. Ke wombole ba nuwe, ke tombule ba nuwe, ke moto we ba nuwe, ke car we ba nuwe. Look at all the distractions. I'm a electricity. No onwe ni emi. Amenya amefe amekase ICT. Computers now going big be chomo na amenya ameka seko because there is no electricity in that area. Why? Kegi what mean allow me na at the school under neke conditions. Mino asanika batabi ane what be ni one for in this day and age what be ya school under the same conditions ni one na make one ni mete. We are failing a whole generation of people. We are failing a whole generation of people. Nije amame fort ni. Because onukpa anyone from shiki ame time upon time, time and time again. Ame fe ni bi na se na ame fe. So we are failing a whole generation. This is extremely sad. No le problem I think like a school under twisted. This is about the 6th story in New Feel. And it is big. Come on, article in from City News. Me research no in a lot of articles, but any stars in come eye. Come on, only 17 out of 4,500 schools under trees completed since 2021. But wait, so as of 2021, now kind of schools ni were under trees it is 5,400. Schools come akpei enumoke ohai edre. Akpei enumoke ohai edre. Schools come akpei enumoke ohai edre. Excuse me, I'm a back class. Choshishi ameta na cho ameni. Ni NPBB start no go in 2020. I'm a second time I'm back face by 2025 nege 5,400 schools GFA ya chiashishina ka me classrooms. So far as of July last year, I me face 17 pe. 17 out of 5,400 schools. Why a problem here, Ghana? Why a problem? Oh no, Mr. There why a problem big time. But I'm a kind of paragraph ko near me match on. The government in 2021 announced a program to replace all schools under trees, sheds, and dilapidated structures with decent new school buildings by 2025. To date, only 17 have been completed. Given the current pace, it will take Ghana more than 300 years to eradicate the over 5,400 schools under trees, sheds, and dilapidated structures, which is unacceptable. Pace near ya keji. From 2021 to 2023, what for only 17 there? It take it was 300 years. Come on, if I check what I feel then what eradicate 5,400. I mean, this is absolutely insane. I mean, why? Why? 300 years. No keji government to go back ni eba focus na kanjame why eba fenine as a huge priority. It will be on top of the number of things na meta wona me fe ni won yale neke no 300 dabi Ghana, we need to start holding these people accountable. Like I said, I don't care what political color ona beninchon ni oha. Anyone say it shouldn't matter anymore. It shouldn't matter. Ket ni mo fe president Mahama dromo ne batano. Sane fe shwa ke bene ba ke egbio na ken 4 years na. We shouldn't have one single school under tree in Ghana. We should not. We shouldn't. We shouldn't. Because me ya school ya chose chiashisholo. A mental ateno. A mebe proper books. Ekome with no sandals on. Ni get pictures. Say kejo kwe pictures. Well, ya online. No, just type mo. Ni my first story. Ni just in online. Ni type schools under trees in Ghana. Type mo just kawo Google search me. Just in your Google search. Just Google search kawo me. No kwe pictures no bana. Ni pictures say family black and white no kwe. You will think we are in the colonial era. Ni kwa ba introduce our school ke hawo. Why? In 2024. In 2024. Anyways, like I said, NDC will support on Joe, MPP will support on Joe, CPP will support on Joe. Because this issue should not be political. Yeah, what hold are these people accountable? Like I said, in Liaga warfare, where your bias is me. I keep saying it all the time. In Fonshiki Komepe Ghana before Mfangbe. In for NDC. I still have a soft spot for the NDC. But we need to hold them accountable. We have to. We have to build Ghana. SRN will build our party over Ghana. We have to build Ghana over party. And that is what I want you to help me. Konu wake channel na afi. Bona beninchon. Konu wa bomodeni wa Ghana ke machine. In our little corner. Bona mshishi. We can do what we can do. Ni one little contribution. Ni wa wa fe ni wa ke ma ke machine. Wanye wa fe. Bona. Wanye wa fe. Kaji meni me bachon wa here. Amefe no na amefe. It doesn't mean I can one day share no. Wa follow suit. Bona beninchon. Sani wa fe shwa ke wa pass on a better Ghana. Kia will be ke wanna be than Ghana ni wa banina. Bona beninchon. It must be better. Onim shishi. Anyways, I will move on to our next story. Tumo beninchon ye earlier ninke bo yue. Ole politicians zime komeni amalelo eji amewa. Nona beninchon. Eko tumo mogona wule ba wulaya ne. Honesty eji no koni it is rare in our politics. Worldwide, if politicians campaign ame ba na me ba keke boni bi aba Bible sani aba yue ni bi ni e ba no go fe ni no onem amale son bon na beni chon and it happens from both political divide. It doesn't matter. NDCB ame call ni bi na me nya ame fe alo ame liaka ame nya ame fe so lo no kono o yue ni oliake ne obanyo fe ni no yu oliake shi onyo fe no shi o yue no ji amale bon na beni chon NDCB fe na kan MPP BFA na kan CPP BFA na kan PNC BFA na kan every political party yeah my name Republicans they lie all the time, Democrats they lie all the time bona benichon so honesty jino koni every now and then and no ba politician go na show ni e ba open up e ba gbagbo anukwale bona benichon ni ole ni aje 2024 campaign na shishine President John Mahama is one person ni he's trying his best to be very honest with the Ghanaian public, especially when it comes to the fiscal nature of our affairs in Ghana. Bona benicho fiscally wanibi Ona benicho. So I think he's been trying a level with the Ghanaian people. Like look, nibi bebete na kain nwewo campaign nibi ni nkobo fe mi fe very very careful ismo ni makebo noko ni mamalebo ni kemba inye ma fe bona benicho kanye ba akaye. I think a couple of weeks ago I think somewhere around December minjo e ka use the labor groups a whole lot of them ya tashi ne come look campaign ni fione ismo ni makeke nya ni bi because in yeshua kekeji MPP bi eteno ni woba kwa wojia me oba na ke ni bi ni o wojia me efe ehi bona benichon nwewo ismo ni makenya noko ma promise nya ni woba maba ni nya ma fe ni ma twa amalelo nwewo inkenya noko shike mba ma fe mi woba fe senchi kenya ba kaye 2016-17 mi a fe senchi mtacholeten well, all the financial experts, all the stakeholders in your Ghana, be ni bi amiewa about doing so. Bona be ni choni financially, ani bi mi wa na ate senchi. Bona ni a fair round table ni from various political parties. MPP be na me ba. Bona ke various stakeholders ba na tashi. Na plan like going forward there mini no ba fe no e ka ma look ke oba organize na kan senchi forum the same thing e ko no ba che mo fe mo ba ko ni fe nye ba kwa book say bona be ni cho because ye sure ke fotoro e no ko be mi ye sure ke ni bi amiewa onim shishi mene wole mi na ke je mene umpe na ke ewe ko before shi mene we na ke ese repeat e ko e ke teachers union ke some other unions ko make look I'm not going to stand here ni ma promise nya ke mang menye pay no ni ma fe ne ke because en le akeshi ni bi ehi bona benichon so nye concerns ni nye you of inna bona benichon she keji wo ba mani wakwa ni biam and I think it should be applauded bona benichon I think it should be applauded you have a politician he is being honest with the electorate look I'm not going to say things ni yake nye mafi Ghana ewa washikasane ebe ojugba bona benicho no indumo nyenye no ekekenye ba e ka ma ke benyele campaign ni ya no fe in promise mo kwa keke mba ma fenege because in liake ni bi e ba jan na kan I will not be in a position where kenye ba ka ikura you ake e ba paga na bi fa a little bit of a honeymoon bona ni TUC bi e ba ka ke da bi I mean ha government ko honeymoon bona benicho but I am glad at least he is being honest with the electorate bona benicho he is being honest with the Ghanaian electorate look ni bi ami ona what shikagbe fang be ni bi amieja so he promise bona tumo Dr. Bawumia ke batabia ne Dr. Bawumia e promise solo no na me fe Ghana na fe nye ne promise solo ne choni bi ni ke be ba fe bona bi ni chon our president Mahama ko ni watch no
pre-tertiary teachers. She talked about conditions of service. I've said it that the economy is in a big mess, and so I cannot promise everybody that we're going to increase your salaries and all that. I don't want to be like those dishonest people who came and promised you heaven and said they will build factories in every district, they will build dams in every village, they will give every constituency $1 million a year. I'm not that kind of person. And so I cannot promise you that I'm coming to increase your salary, but we've taken note of the difficulties that pre-tertiary teachers are going through. And I've suggested some of the solutions. And one is that we'll help you with accommodation in the schools so that more teachers can stay in school. One of the reasons a lot of teachers do not want to go on posting to certain areas is because they cannot find accommodation. They're having some rural areas where nobody rents a house or a room, and so you have to stay in town and commute to school every day. And the cost of transport will eat up all
right. So if I get one video, so on look, where economy is in a big mess. Ghana economy is in total. It's in a complete mess. So I'm glad is leveling up with the Ghanaian people. Like, look, I'm not gonna come here. Nima promise bo manyama feneke nima mama lebo just kono phone shiki America mba disappointable. But rarely then you na politician ni kebo akadabi nsumo ni makebo no ko ngomo ni kemba inye mafi. But like I told you, with everything MPPB Ghana economy I mean yano ni still I mean pata Bawumia promise ni biolo. Nibi ni still like nyefe. Yano nefe propaganda ole like wa ye 2013, 14, 15, 16 period emi. Neba male Ghana bi ni ole I really hope like I said, if it's an astute politician to mobeni mehale credit bona beninchon ne face speech atanke die ke to efonshi onim shishi ni a consultant na awole ke Nigeria unkeba kejile nwe ke to efonshi ni ebo news ekwe news portal say ebo ni bi ni ya no to ke ni bi ni Ghana bi you to I think I can ba check a course skeji je na kan like I said ba chanle wa bona benincho Ghana bi eda agbene tafla ma ime gbele no onyo bata man ye ni oba yuake o kemba ma feneke so engona wa ke president Mahama ke Ghana bi aka look iba ni ma promise bo ma feneke ni kemba ni nye ma feni ma disappointable bona benincho engona wa ke onna one politician go ni a level up with the Ghanaian people e kama ke economy ne it's in a mess she ka be so nye ma promise nya ke kemba ma feneke but I work on your accommodation, I work on some of the things but I'm not going to promise you heaven on earth. But no, the doctor Bawumia gonna be here, especially in the E11. We get E11, come on. E11 now me pass, I'm a fair party E11. A fair cake cannot fail no E11 cake. Me neighbor do moshi ke Ghana bi akekele ba ona amale no na achole ba ulaya. A fair party E11 now me pass nka me fair cake. A fair E11 cake na me nyae me neighbor do moshi ke Ghana bi akekele be ba for me no bada no ke for me bi anemo ona amale de mali o ni Ghana bi hele ye over the common clip now.
Taxes are very good and they are used in building a nation, and before every country or nation would develop, it will actually depend on the taxes that people are paying, you understand. But the issue is that you as a vice president, you are with us and you are in the system. You knew that the taxes were too much, that is the e-levy was too much for the average Ghanaian. So why then did you actually sit there for these taxes to be impounded on us? And now, because you want power, you want to tell us that when you get power, you are going to take these taxes. You just want to lure us to vote for him. Then afterwards, he'll just do us wagaduru. So I think the vice president is lying to us. Already, he's been lying all this while. Everything that's the reason why he's saying all these things. So Ghanaians shouldn't listen to him.
It's a good idea to reduce it or take it off. It will help us, the citizen. To my perspective, it will help me because the e-levy is not helping us right now.
I think it's good looking at the economic status of the country and then especially the people. Yes, I think it will help. But then he's contradicting himself because they are the same people who brought it.
Exactly. Right. So if I be video bona benincho. So Ghana be hele na kekijo omale mu na kan. Bona, so I am glad I can President Mahama a level up with the people. They come. I can look. The economic situation in Ghana find itself in it does not put any government in a position where it needs to not make some outlandish promises. Bona ni Dr. Bawumia Yanone make all of these fake promises. So I am glad President Mahama is not so desperate for power. Bona beninchon eba track eba match MPP be lies with another lie. Ne liake ke ba enyefi. And I think he should be applauded for it. I think Sananya applaudile. Bona beninchon he is leveling up. Like I'm saying, he's not an angel. Bona beninchon. I'm sure still a promise ni bi komeni enyefi. But this is not the first time ni naneke inale. Like I said, this is about the fourth time. Bona benincho ni nani so on various occasions I'm not going to promise anything because nibi am ye mikemba masumoni makweni nkenya atashi ona benincho. So I think something like that, it is really good. You have the politician he's going to say anything just to win power. Yeah, so I'm really glad anyways, in final story before what headline say still can you back electoral commission what story ni one chono town election date from December 7th to November 7th ni in an election year ke ota ofe na can change jeni oba mena ba bote na kan election year min dan oba ka ota no check election day no kona sani okay party self nye agree ni afe na kan wo mi check political party self ke jam plan am calendar for the year am le the way na ba afe mi ni am ba yale show tashian o me an election year. Whereas last elections in run last year put in local level elections they did an abysmal job. Still supplies budget in time. Elections now call it off because electricity budget. I mean a whole bunch of stuff. Last year local elections this year organized it was their poorest job ever. Their poorest job ever. I mean, bomb them BBO, and you have all these challenges. On a benincho, no town, no check election date in an election year. Okay, political parties say takoshina ba plan na ba agree ake no ni wanta wo fe ni ka mo me plan na me calendar jogba am ba le be na mba fele. She na ja fele she no boom oba wo choni. NDC be e ke da abi amekpene and rightly so. Bona benincho ameka can check mo ake ya 2028. So political parties say from now to 2028 I mean 2028 election say want to move date from December to November ke ka na beni abafe. Bona benincho she na adukwe ile no ni da adukwe ta wo na efi. Ona benincho ni ke MPP be any by force ata ona check date. Me the president Mahama ke this executive say pe ni ke ka ke na me dumo je me no me ba dumo. She dey tell am pe ne kokoko na ba check o fa ni awon bole huntu.
NDC do not find the proposal for a change in date for elections from December to November as feasible nor helpful and will not be supporting same, as we do not believe that this is being proposed in good faith.
Yep, support more or less.
I know that the minority leader has clearly articulated this position of non-support of the constitutional changes required to enable this to happen. We also wish to caution the Electoral Commission that if it still hankers after also disenfranchising sections of our population at all costs through a misguided insistence on the use of only Ghana cards as the only means of identification for registration, then it had better abandon that idea, because we in the NDC will offer it the stiffest resistance. The Ghana card is a relatively new feature of our national life and has its merits in the scheme of things. At the moment, it is being brandished more as a political tool around which all manner of schemes are being fashioned towards elections. There is the need to allow sufficient time for its full integration into our way of life before this kind of unhelpful exclusion of all other legitimately acquired, credible and time-tested forms of identification are implemented. The National Identification Authority cannot claim to have covered every Ghanaian who should be registered or distributed all the cards printed to those who have been captured in their system. They failed to distribute hundreds of thousands of cards to people who have
Right. So if I'm like what when I can video on born Beninchon. So yeah, NDCBL sana medubo. No can mention it very very important. It's about the Ghana card. ECA it use no as the sole means of identification. Can many member vote? Ni ona Beninchon. Can you back last year we face story on the Ghana card. Ghana card. Jemo femoni kebatabiane me kumeni Ghana card. I mean in a shakonolo. Kebatabiane me ye ni Ghana card. I mean in a shakonolo. No, I may register. No, for no, no, I'm a fair. I'm in the shako no use no as the sole identification card. Now, can vote. It make sense. Bona Benincho. It make sense. Still, I may have impediments in their way. Keji, I'm in town. I'm a fair Ghana card. Me kumeni. So now I may travel a long distance. On a Benincho, keba district offices. Me kumena me yaklowa me said, but ya wola regne by a district office ton. Now you have a fair Ghana card. Like it make sense. It is not easily accessible, especially when you're the remote part of Ghana. Acquiring the Ghana card is not easily accessible. Bona Benichon, ebele easy. Ona, so me no use no pay. Bona, ene me fe gradually there will come a time where ni mo it will be so easy to get. Ona Benichon Ghana card there, then you can. Bona, she amount to any problems be any Ghana card lenche he ni ota no ofe no pet the sole identifier make sense. So I'm glad I can lenche AUA speak out forcefully, and I'm glad I can NDCBFN they are standing against nekeni bine. Ofane animable headlines fioni te no mene Koni Mangmo Koni Boli Wakwenoni. Some of the news headlines say New York Ghana. Over a daily graphic in Kegmebieke, NDC running mate heats up. Nana Opoku Ajimai leads pack. Togbe Afade's name pops up. So na Togbe Afade legimono na ye right ni Professor Nana Opoku Ajiman legi mamile ni ona top left banner ke Ghanaians pay last respect to JB Dankwa in Chebi nano amena shika amenfe ya la Chebi amenfe ya la Chebi bekebi ya schools ye chiashisholo amena shika amenfe ya la Chebi upper right hand corner ke Bawumia touted government's achievements. Akomia tells critics. Anyways, next one. Again, we will not support EC's proposal to change election dates. Mahama. The new crusading guide, anti-gay bill. Afenyo marking fights for non-custodial sentence for homosexuals. On other small stories, Jaspon Group supports 3 dialysis units with 500,000 cedis. Takwa SSM Lord Bawumia for a small-scale mining policy. Leave the mate alone and arrest the driver. Coca to NDC. Napo will best compliment Bawumia MPP National Youth Wing. So MPP National Youth Wing, Amentawni select Napo as Bawumia's running mate. Napo Ebenkebu Menshianyo. Possible future king of the Ashanti Kingdom. Tana Biane is between like a professor, you know. Daily guide. LGBTQ bill. Don't jail same-sex offenders. I think you're marking what you know where Biane no. Onyina sticks his neck out. Bawumia running mate. Benyana Onyina in check be earlier. Leji formerly Leji Pentecost church. Leji Amehi and yellow. Daily analyst. They get U.S. Embassy Lords GJA president for boldly defending press freedom. CEO of Royal Cozy Hills Hotel, nicknamed Jirapa Dubai, murdered. Yeah, in a story, in a good details, I mean, wani once morning, mabote mi ni but apparently I can call Jirapa, one of the finest hotels near Jame CEO Agbele. Naka police fair arrest me for near me fair me chwoni Jame I mean for investigations. Makwake with time or bakwenoni ya no lo discuss na kan lo. And the bottom headline Côte d'Ivoire beats Nigeria to capture AFCON. So Côte d'Ivoire I may win AFCON. Ghanaian Times again review curfew in Nkwanta. Traders residents appeal to government. Small headline saying ex-president Mahama pushes for bipartisan parliamentary inquiry into Akozomo Dam spillage. President makes appointments in prison services. The Chronicle get Bawumia's new tax policy is good, says Association of Ghana Industries president. Lands Ministry constructs new office complex for DVLA. The Calvary Baptist Church, Accra, gets new senior pastor. The Anchor, Bawumia's vision for community mining receives rousing welcome. Community mining is another fancy cover-up for Galamsey. Another finger, my name is Galamsey. I me fe kwa me yaka me bakpa. Community mining, it's a cover-up for Galamsey. Anyways, Takrade vacation classes teacher beats student to pop for coming to his class late. Unbelievable. Anyways, another headline from Joy News again. Mahama questioning authenticity of Wasi results unfortunate. Akufo-Addo. Me no Mahama questioning. Wasi e wako mepe wa mai. Chuchukwe beni before ni me ba nke wake West Africa. No, actually West African Senior Secondary School certification exams. West African Senior Secondary certification exams. No, actually, again, Yenchele was yolo ni Ghana pengma. Anyways, Begro chief faces possible distillment for endorsing Mahama. Really sudden, Manchema Kenyaka fair politics. The Daily Dispatch. A majority of MPP members have settled on Opoku Prempeh as Bawumia's running mate, MPP national officer. Right. Matthew Opoku Prempeh na po lenkebo leji menshianywe leji current minister for energy. Leji money implement free SHS. I'm a first term leji nomi minister for education. I think so these are the few headlines ni te no ejeme ngmene o fa no oira don ake ofebe no kwemi nke bo ba wa bie ngbeji ni tete obo obi ashon o fa ne ko ejomko no osmo no chon ke o comment section e o ba kan wo next video recording mi o fa ne ba ngo na nwa ake o ba ja link no kuma me ni ameba fita agbene bomode no like show ami oira don twa no manye jino afo no bye bye.
Yeah, baba. Yeah, baba. Them say you want to chop my